Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're at. It's Steve from Texas. This is the second in my emergency action plan, emergency management plan series. We did a video earlier this week, and neither me nor Julie liked it because it was on the fly. I said, and way too many times. So we went online, I pulled up some old documents, and I found that everything that I had written down was actually exactly what FEMA and Homeland Security recommends. Exactly. So we're going to go over the plan. I will put the links down in the description where you can go and download these plans and fill them in for yourself, for your family and yourself. What?
September is Disaster Preparedness Month.
Okay. I'm not going to edit this out either.
Okay.
September is Disaster Preparedness Month. So let's all have a plan. It's better to have a plan and not need it than need one and not have thought of it or started doing it. So, the first thing you want to do with your plan is you want to collect things. Main thing is, I've got notes. If you see me looking out, I'm looking at notes, that way I don't forget it. Is your household information. You want phone numbers, email addresses for everyone in your household. Plan for your special needs or disabled family members. Things they may need, things that they should have, and things that you might forget. School, child care, caregivers, and workplace emergency plans. Know their response plans and how to stay informed. Children, discuss who may pick them up during an emergency. Most schools have this already in place because they want to limit the child abductions, especially from their property. I don't have kids. If you do, you know better than I do how difficult it is to pick a child up or have someone else pick a child up. Make sure your household members with phones are signed up for alerts and warnings. If you can go to the Homeland Security, FEMA, your local law enforcement, fire, you got your Amber Alerts, you got your disaster alerts, evacuation alerts. Have them all signed up. That way you will hear about it. Hopefully you will hear about it if they have those. Children without phones. Be sure they know to follow instructions from a responsible adult. Not just run, but that might be the thing to do, but a responsible adult. Follow the instructions, period. Okay, you also want to collect out-of-town contact. It may be easier to make a long-distance phone call rather than across the town, as local lines may be jammed. Simple thing is, it may be easier to call Aunt Flo in Georgia, if you live that is outside of the area, rather than a local number where the lines are down or the cell towers are down. Who knows? I'm not a technician on cell phones, so Google. That's all I can tell you on that one about the cell towers and stuff. Besides, they go down quick. All right, have emergency meeting places. Decide on safe and familiar places where you can go for protection or to reunite with family members. Make sure these locations are accessible to disabled family members. Hey, we're going to go to the top of that hill over there. Little Jimmy, I know you're in your wheelchair. We'll wait for you. No. Down the road, by a tree, neighbor's house. Accessible to everyone. Pets and service animals. Make sure the locations you're going to are pet friendly. After Katrina, the National Incident Management System, NIMS, now has a requirement in the National Readiness Framework that animals are to be planned for. And Spot's playing with this daggone thing again. Hello, Spot. Get off of it. Anyway, plan for your animals. Don't just leave them and expect someone else to pull up with a horse trailer or something and load your animals up and take care of them. Indoors. This is in your house. Still in the collecting stuff. Indoors. Make sure everyone knows where to go for protection. Tornadoes, high winds. An interior room, preferably without windows. That way the windows don't blow out. And you want everybody to know that's where to go, and people outside your area where you will be in case they need to come looking for you. I'll be in the bathtub in this central location in my home. That way they'll know to go to that, dig in that central location in a bathtub. In your neighborhood, if you and your family need to leave the house, where will you meet? A tree, a neighbor's house. If there's a fire in your house and you'll have to get out, have a specific location to meet up and do a head count. Who's here? Who's not? Where are they? Outside of your neighborhood, where will you and your family meet if you or they are away from home and can't get home? Dairy Queen. Meet up there. You know, not at a place where everyone else is going to gather during a disaster, like Lowe's. You don't want to get stuck in a Lowe's parking lot when everybody's trying to buy plywood. Outside of your town or city, in the event you have to evacuate, where will you meet if you can't get to your home, neighborhood, or town and city? If you have to evacuate and you have a child in college, will they know where to go if they need to come back and find you if you don't have cell coverage? Okay, other important numbers and information. You should also have a list of phone numbers for emergency services, fire, police, EMS. I know 911, but contact them about a non-emergency number. As well as service providers. Have a number for your water, electric, internet, phone, etc. Okay, the next section is sharing. What you should share. Make copies of your emergency action plan for all family members and have them carry it in their purse, wallet, and backpack. Put it in an envelope, seal it, sign it, tape it, and update it. Every year go in and update it if things change. Places, the geographic of many cities will change. Enter phone numbers and email addresses for all family members in all family members' phones. Johnny might be out of pocket. Little Julie might be wanting to get a hold of Johnny to find out where mom and dad are. There you go. Everybody should have it. If they don't have a phone, have it on a piece of paper where they can have someone call. Store at least one emergency contact number under the name in case of emergency, ICE, for all mobile phones or devices. If you're in a wreck and can't talk, as a former volunteer firefighter, that's one thing that we would do is hopefully your phone's not locked, but it should have an emergency button. Mine does. Hit the emergency, you'll have access to your emergency contact information. Create a group list on all mobile phones and devices of who you need to contact in the event of an emergency disaster. If there's an emergency, you want to let a certain group of people know, hey, I'm home. This is not all about smack that cat. Get away from the noisy stuff, Spot. It's only during videos does he want to do this things. So anyway, create a group list. And this is not about just leaving your home. This is also about when you're staying at home, because they may be in danger and may need to come to your location. Be sure they bring their own food and stuff like that, because anyway. Make sure all family members and out of town contacts know how to text on their phones, and an alternate means if they don't know how or can't text. The reason you want to work with the texting, and not while you're driving and not while you're operating heavy machine or anything, because you can send a text, it may not go out until it has a signal, but it should go out sooner or later. If you leave your phone on, even while you're driving, you can receive text when you get a bit of service. Therefore, rather than trying to stay on the phone, calling and calling and calling, just let him go. I'll just talk louder. Spot's still trying to get in his tunnel. I love my children. Yes. So, work on the texting, but not, watch this. There he goes. He's going. Okay. Read Know Your Alerts and sign up for alerts at www.ready.gov. Okay, www.ready.gov. That is a government website that you can go to and find a lot of things that you can use, a lot of checklists, a lot of all kinds of information, and I cannot stress it enough. Just, you're a taxpayer. They spent your money to build this website. Use it. Use it, use it, use it. Print, sign, write in pencil. Write the information in pencil. One, it changes. Phone numbers change, addresses change, and if it gets wet, the ink might wash off, but the pencil on the paper will stay. Alrighty? So, if you have any questions, send me an email. My email's in the link down below. There's going to be a lot of links down there. Please like. If you like this video, if you want to see more, like. If you don't like it, at least leave me a comment on what's wrong, what you don't like about it. And I mean, everything can be improved on, especially if this is my second video for this stuff. Hopefully I can improve. I can always get worse, but I can improve, and I know it. I've improved since the last time I did a video, which was, rock on, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm rambling. Julie's giving me the shut up. So like, click, subscribe, comment, share it. But above all, have a wonderful day. Take care. Stay safe.